The return of BTS to the top of Forbes Korea's Power Celebrity 40 ranking is far more than just another entertainment victory. It signals that the power structure of Hallyu is entering an entirely new era, one in which K-pop idols are no longer simply artists, but massive media empires capable of shaping economies, culture, and even global consumer behavior. On May 27, Forbes Korea officially unveiled its 2026 Power Celebrity 40 list, with BTS reclaiming the #1 position after their temporary absence due to mandatory military service. What makes the achievement remarkable is not merely that they surpassed GDragon and BLACKPINK in popularity, but that they dominated nearly every category of influence, revenue, media exposure, social media impact, and fandom power. At first glance, the rankings may appear to be just another battle among South Korea's biggest stars. In reality, however, this year's list reveals something much deeper. K-pop has evolved from a music industry into an influence industry. BTS topped the revenue category with an estimated 334 billion won, or roughly $222.75 million. That staggering figure comes not only from music sales, but also from concerts, television appearances, films, advertising campaigns, and multiple global business ventures. The numbers prove that BTS' true value no longer lies solely in chart-topping songs, but in their ability to transform every field they enter into a revenue-generating machine. In the past, an artist's success depended heavily on hit albums or sold-out tours. But the BTS era has completely rewritten that formula. The group now operates like a multi-platform global corporation, where each individual member functions as an independent media powerhouse. This explains why Jin, Jungkook, V, Jimin, and J-Hope all ranked among the highest-earning celebrities individually. What makes BTS dominance even more astonishing is that it happened immediately after a period when the group was largely inactive due to military enlistment. In traditional entertainment logic, disappearing from the spotlight for years is often enough to weaken an artist's popularity. Yet for BTS, the opposite occurred. Their absence seemingly increased the scarcity, and therefore the value, of their brand. This phenomenon demonstrates how modern K-pop fandoms no longer operate on short-term emotional hype. Instead, they function as highly organized and loyal communities capable of maintaining an artist's influence even during long hiatuses. Many experts now describe this as the fandom economy, where fans do not simply consume music, but invest their time, money, and personal identity into the artists they support. However, one of the most surprising moments in this year's rankings came from the intense rivalry between BTS and GDragon in the fandom voting category. Although BTS dominated the overall rankings, GDragon secured first place in fan votes with 13.6 million ballots, surpassing BTS by more than 500,000 votes. That result highlights an important truth: second-generation K-pop legends still possess extraordinary staying power. GDragon may no longer promote as aggressively as younger idols, but his cultural influence remains powerful enough to sustain an incredibly loyal fanbase over the years. While BTS represents a model of overwhelming global dominance, GDragon symbolizes another kind of power entirely: symbolic influence, where individuality and artistic identity transcend pure numbers. Meanwhile, BLACKPINK continued to solidify its position as Asia's most powerful girl group, generating over 151.8 billion won in revenue. Although the group did not claim the top overall ranking, their global impact remains undeniable, especially in luxury fashion and advertising markets. Member Jennie once again ranked among the top individual earners, further blurring the line between K-pop idol and global fashion icon. Another fascinating detail in this year's rankings is the strong presence of athletes such as Sun Heung-min, Lee Kang-in, and Lee Young-hoo. Their inclusion reflects how South Korea is expanding the very definition of celebrity power beyond traditional entertainment. In the digital age, anyone capable of commanding massive public attention can become a commercial and media powerhouse. Ultimately, what makes the 2026 Power Celebrity 40 ranking truly significant is not the placements themselves. The list proves that Hallyu has moved far beyond being just a cultural trend. Artists like BTS and BLACKPINK now function as national brands, shaping the global image of South Korea itself. K-pop was once dismissed as a temporary phenomenon. Today, its influence is powerful enough to affect tourism, fashion, media, global business, and even the way the world perceives Asian culture. And with BTS' overwhelming return to the top, 2026 may very well mark the beginning of the strongest era of Korean soft power in modern history.